Right now at 5, after days of hot and humid weather, we are seeing a wet cool down. So when will we see the warmer weather this weekend? And as crashes become seemingly a daily occurrence on the Beltline and also the interstate, what's the cause and what's being done to stop it? Plus, a nearly decade-long tuition freeze for in-state residents at UW schools could be coming to an end.
This is News 3 Now at 5.
Well, thanks for staying with us on a cold, wet, and foggy Thursday, but we will see a warm-up in time. Will we see a warm-up in time for this 3-day holiday weekend? Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. We're sending Canalti out into the rain and the cold. Gary, chilly and rainy today.
You know, but that's actually good news. We could use the rain. We haven't gotten a lot yet. I checked our rain gauge here at the station. When I came in about 1:15, we're only about 1/10 of an inch of rain. Most areas have seen about 1/4 of an inch or less, but you can see the clouds pretty well socked in across Wisconsin. And the rain is pretty widespread, but it is starting to break up a little bit to the south and west of Madison. Otherwise, we haven't seen any thunderstorms yet. Can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm popping up as there's warmer and more humid air down to our south. But as far as precipitation totals are concerned, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch through Dane County and areas to the north and west, north and east, and south and west of there, less than 1/4 of an inch, and much of southeastern Wisconsin just starting to get the rain. High temperatures today were in the lower 50s before the rain started. Here in Madison, we topped out at 52, but look where we are now at 42 degrees, and temperatures aren't going to move very much tonight. Rainfall, additional rainfall, maybe in the order of about 1/2 inch to an inch, according to the latest computer models. That is through late tomorrow afternoon, so that would be good news. Otherwise, look for temperatures to hold nearly steady in the lower 40s this evening. An overnight low temperature at 40. Tomorrow's high 51, and we'll see showers and windy conditions through the day. But after we clear out and turn cold tomorrow night, we should see dry weather for much of the Memorial Day weekend. I'll have more details on that in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. We saw a crash on the Beltline in that rain today, and it's been common this month. It was the 20th crash, in fact, along that busy highway just this month. And ahead of a busy holiday travel weekend, police want you to keep others in mind. Adam Duxer joins us now live along the Beltline with why the numbers are so staggering. Adam?
Well, last May, crashes along the Beltline were a lot less common due to people staying home. And even so, as of today, May 2021 has seen 4 times the number of Beltline crashes as compared to this time last year. The Dane County Sheriff's Office says that's not all, as average speeds along the Beltline and elsewhere continue to increase, as well as distracted driving, especially through work zones, becoming a problem. And this weekend, they're concerned those factors, paired with the holiday weekend, could be a disaster waiting to happen.
Give the highway workers on the Beltline a break. Care for them. They have families that they want to go home and enjoy life with as well. Think about them when you're driving past these orange barrels and when you're driving past them, and take care of them.
Headed into today, every single one of the crashes along the Beltline had involved either high speeds, being in a work zone, or both. And nearly 1/4 of them have involved a teenage driver. Coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 6, we'll explain why a lack of speeding tickets during COVID and the pandemic might have inadvertently created some of the high speeds we're seeing today.
All right, Adam, thank you. And right now, Republicans are preparing to drop an in-state tuition freeze at UW system schools that has been in place now for 8 years.
Listen carefully, UW. You're looking at the guardrails. If UW decides to jack up tuition in a tone-deaf manner, this body will take action. And unlike 10 years ago, it is now the Democrats joining the Republicans in a tuition freeze.
The tuition freeze for Wisconsin residents started under Republican Governor Scott Walker. Governor Evers continued the freeze and hoped to extend it another 2 years of this current budget proposal. Joint Finance Committee debating that proposal. The battle over how much to spend on schools in Wisconsin hits the state legislature today, and with it, which schools will benefit? Naomi Coles joins us from the Capitol with more. Naomi?
There's state spending and there's federal aid. Now, because of COVID, that last piece is far higher than it's ever been in the past for schools in Wisconsin, but it can only be spent on pandemic-related issues. How some of it gets divided up, that was the subject of a lot of debate at the State House today. Another day, another dollar in state capital budget talks.
Okay, we'll call the Joint Committee on Finance to order.
Today, school funding.
We'll have the clerk call the roll.
As promised, Republican leaders plan to send part of the federal school aid that they control to reward schools that stayed at least 50% open for in-person learning during COVID.
It's important that we recognize and support those districts that have remained open throughout the pandemic.
Democrats say calculating those in-person hours means uncertainty for school budgets until the fall, and it doesn't reflect the pandemic's different impacts on different schools.
That process is going to result in some real inequities, some real winners and losers. It doesn't really make any sense. Some of these communities had spikes in spread. What are you supposed to do when the rate of infection was rising in the fall?
Number one topic at all my listening sessions in my district: how children were harmed by the school closures.
State spending proposals include a $150 million increase for K-12 in this budget, which is far less than the governor wanted. Plus, it sets aside $350 million that they hope the next legislature will designate for schools in upcoming budgets. That $150 million is all designated for categories like special education, mental health, and transportation. There's no increase for general spending, which Republicans say is because of the billions in federal COVID aid.
This guarantee alone constitutes the largest single infusion of cash that many of our schools have ever seen.
Aid that Democrats say may be in jeopardy if Republicans don't spend more on schools.
This is dangling hundreds of millions of dollars over the heads of school districts saying, come and get it, and then snatching it away from them because they don't know.
It's not clear yet whether Wisconsin lawmakers are increasing their school spending enough to keep that billions in federal aid. The federal government has requirements of how much states have to spend in order to get that money, and $150 million is not enough. Republican leaders said today in the meeting that they aren't sure yet whether their plan will make the cut.
All right, we'll see what happens. Naomi at the Capitol. Naomi, thank you. The man accused of killing his mother in Avoca is heading to trial. 21-year-old Sean Pickett in Iowa County Court today, where the court found probable cause. That means they found enough evidence to continue the case. Pickett charged with 2 counts, including first-degree intentional homicide. The criminal complaint says he told officers he was hearing evil voices and blacked out before killing his mother, Susan Pickett, earlier this month. During the hearing today, UWHealth pathologist testified about his autopsy findings.
There were extensive head injuries, and that's what cranial-cerebral injuries means to the cranium, which is the skull, as well as the cerebrum, which is the brain. Identified at least 4 separate impacts to the head, which were very significant and associated with extensive fractures of the skull and direct trauma to the brain itself. And those are the criteria for blunt force cranial-cerebral injuries.
Now, Pickett is scheduled to return to court next month. A California sheriff says a gunman who killed 9 people in a rail yard massacre had fired 39 shots and appeared to target some of the victims. Santa Clara County Sheriff says the shooter, Sam Cassidy, told at least one person, quote, "I'm not going to shoot you," at a light rail facility for the Valley Transportation Authority in San Jose. Police are obtaining warrants to search the suspect's emails, phones, text messages, and social media accounts. The suspect's ex-wife says Cassidy had a temper and had talked about killing coworkers before, more than a decade ago. San Jose's mayor says coworkers had expressed concerns about his mental health.
Suspect had on him 2 semi-automatic handguns, and then 11 magazines that had ammunition in them.
A vigil for the victims will be held tonight. Yesterday's shooting was the 9th major mass shooting in the past 3 months in the U.S. The latest deadly mass shooting, once again renewing calls for Congress to pass legislation to end gun violence. President Biden in a statement urging Congress to take immediate action to end gun violence, saying every life that is taken by a bullet pierces the soul of our nation. We can and we must do more. But judging by a Senate committee hearing on gun violence in March, the parties remain far apart on the issue. The House passed a bill expanding background checks in March, but it has stalled in the Senate. There have been 62 mass shootings just this month alone. The 7-day average for cases in the state, COVID-19, under 300 now, and that is trending down as over 15,000 new vaccines have been administered to Wisconsinites in the past 24 hours. Right now, over 2.4 million Wisconsinites have completed their vaccine series. That's 41.5% of the state population. Over 47% has had at least 1 shot. Here in Dane County, 57% have completed the vaccine series. Nearly 66% now have had at least 1 shot. Just a reminder, we'll be hosting a second clinic here at our News 3 Now studios and at William Lunny County Lake Farm County Park June 3rd to offer second doses to anyone who had received a first Pfizer dose at our clinic back on May 13th. We'll also have a supply of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine as well during our second dose clinic, and our vaccine clinic will run 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. next Thursday. Milwaukee Health Department teaming up with Summerfest to offer free tickets to those who get vaccinated at their drive-through clinic. It'll happen Saturday, June 5th and Sunday, June 6th at the Henry Mayer Festival parking lot of the Summerfest grounds. The clinic will run 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on both days. They'll be administering, again, both the Pfizer and the Johnson & Johnson vaccines. No appointments will be necessary. CVS now offering vaccine incentives. The pharmacy launching a sweepstakes to get more shots into people's arms. Customers who receive a COVID-19 vaccine from CVS Health can win prizes through weekly drawings over a 6-week period. They include free cruises, tropical vacations, a trip to the Super Bowl, date nights, and cash rewards. Anyone who gets or has gotten the shot by July 10th is eligible. CVS says it's already administered more than 17 million doses. Dane County Regional Airport taking flight, welcoming back more and more passengers into their terminals every day. Numbers are expected to increase this Memorial Day holiday weekend as travelers reunite with friends and family to celebrate the holiday. COVID put a delay on many departures, but with new guidance and vaccination rates rising, there's more traffic given to air travel this weekend. The airport says they anticipate a bump in flyers, and they're ready for it.
People have been putting off vacation plans for a year and a half now. They're just, we know what we need to do to keep each other safe, and it's working. It's proof in the numbers, and people are just ready to get back up there and travel by air.
In May of last year, the airport was seeing about 200 passengers a day. Now they're up to about 1,800 flyers, and that number is only set to go up. And as we prepare for this 3-day holiday weekend, the DNR reminding boaters they should slow down, and inexperienced boat drivers should be cautious.
Just because their boat can go 40 miles per hour, they think they should go 40 miles per hour. Not recognizing the fact that boats don't have seatbelts. Generally, they don't have roofs that keep you in, or walls or doors that keep you in like a car. They don't have airbags, and probably most importantly, they don't have brakes.
DNR officials are reminding boaters that anyone born after January 1st, 1989 has to take an online boating safety class. Also, boaters should have enough life jackets for everyone on board. Madison police officers are introducing a new 4-legged officer to the force. Meet Canine Charlie, a 2-year-old German Shepherd Belgian Malinois from Hungary. Charlie's named in honor of retired police chief Mike Koval. His middle name is Charles. Koval spent 36 years in law enforcement. He says naming the department's newest canine after him is quite the honor.
Having a dog and as sort of a lasting legacy to what I tried to do as a police officer is truly the embodiment of an honor and a privilege for me, because I think dogs encapsulate, what we as police officers want to do. They're trained in best practices, they're safe, they're efficient.
Canine Charlie is a dual-purpose patrol dog trained in narcotics detection, tracking, building searches, area searches, evidence searches, and handler protection. MPD Officer Stephanie Nelson is Charlie's partner and handler. The man accused of killing a University of Iowa student takes the stand. His story is changing. What he's saying happened, that's ahead at 5. And the area around the Capitol Square could see some significant changes. We'll tell you what they are. That's next hour on News 3 Now at 6. And checking the markets, the Dow surging more than 141 points today. NASDAQ falls less than 2. S&P closes up 5. We'll be right back.
Tonight on CBS, it's a night of comedy and drama, beginning with Young Sheldon, followed by United States of Al, plus Mom, Be Positive, and the thriller Clarice. Then get a complete wrap-up of the day's news on News 3 Now at 10.
The Memorial Day 72-hour appliance sale is this weekend at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 40% off in-stock appliance specials now, plus no interest for 18 months. Don't miss one of the biggest appliance sales of the year at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get up to 18% of MSRP cash back on select 2021 Chevy SUV models, or get a $4,000 cash allowance on all 2021 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Here at TSR, we turn old, cracked garage floors like this into beautiful, tough floors like this in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and we design high-quality, beautiful floors that can stand up to the toughest of applications. Our coatings are easily able to withstand heavy traffic, drop tools, and they're ridiculously easy to clean. We are dedicated to superior customer service, which doesn't just stop after the installation. We also provide you with an exclusive warranty on all of our floor coatings that gives you the peace of mind knowing that your stunning new floor is protected for life. Visit the website or call the number below for your new floor today.
The Memorial Day 72-hour sale is Saturday through Monday with a preview day Friday at Ashley Home Store. Don't miss doorbusters up to 60% off while they last. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our sale prices and pay as little as $17 a month for rooms you'll love. Ashley Home Store.
Tonight at 6, you can keep Madison area lakes healthy without ever leaving your house. And the unofficial start of summer is the official start of recovery for businesses severely impacted by the pandemic.
Join me virtually June 23rd as we live stream the American Cancer Society's 14th annual Coaches vs. Cancer Wisconsin Gala on the rooftop of Monona Terrace. Join Bo Ryan and others as we celebrate our fan of the year, Rob Andringa, and his family. For more details, go to coachesvscancerwisconsin.org.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The man on trial for Molly Tibbetts' murder now says he was not the one who killed the 20-year-old. Christian Rivera reversed his murder confession while on the stand in Davenport, Iowa. Instead, Rivera says 2 armed men killed Tibbetts and forced him to help them in the crime. He originally confessed to the murder, saying he was in a violent rage after he approached the young woman on a run.
What did these men say or do?
That I shouldn't do anything stupid and everything was going to be okay.
Tibbetts disappeared after going on a run in July 2018. Her body was found in a cornfield about a month later. A prosecutor dismissed the man's testimony that 2 masked men forced him to help in their murder plot. Rivera is facing first-degree murder charges. Congress appears to be stalling on the creation of a 9/11-style commission to look into the reasons behind the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Gladys Sicknick, the mother of fallen U.S. Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, and his girlfriend Sandra Garza are meeting with several Republican senators, urging them to vote yes on the 9/11-style commission to look into the attack on the Capitol.
I think it's very disturbing that anyone would not want to support this. I mean, why would they not want to get to the bottom of such horrific violence?
At least 10 Republicans would need to vote with Democrats to overcome a procedural filibuster in the Senate. As of now, that does not appear likely. The bipartisan bill passed in the House. It would create an independent 10-member commission equally appointed by Democrats and Republicans, and each side would have subpoena power. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast now. TV meteorologist Gary Canalti joining us on this rather chilly and rainy day. Gary, we needed the rain. I'm not so sure about the 40-degree temperatures, though.
Well, sometimes you have to take one with the other, but at least we're getting the rain. You can see a pretty widespread area of rain that we had for much of the afternoon, breaking up a little bit over southwestern Wisconsin. We'll probably see that fill in with some showers, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm tonight. Farther to the south, that's where all the active weather is, but this rain, very beneficial here. To the south and west, though, different story. Right now, there's actually a tornado watch down to the south across parts of Missouri and Kansas and into Oklahoma. That area under an enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms with a slight risk about as far north as I-70 and marginal risk even to parts of north central and central Illinois. Rainfall amounts, this is very updated, just came in literally within the last few minutes. Still calling for about a ½ to an inch of rain from Madison on toward the south and east. Areas north and west of Madison have already picked up around a ¼ to ½ inch of rain and may see an additional ¼ to ½ inch of rain through tomorrow before everything winds down. So in 3 things you need to know, the showers will continue for tomorrow. It'll be another windy and chilly day. High temperatures might make it up to the 50-degree mark late in the afternoon or maybe even early tomorrow evening as as the rain comes to an end, and might even see a break or two in the clouds. Chilly weather as we clear out for tomorrow night. Temperatures will drop into the upper 30s. Even the possibility exists for some areas of frost, mainly northwest of Madison, where temperatures could drop into the middle 30s. Not looking for a hard freeze or a really widespread frost at this point. And cool weather will continue into the weekend. It'll be dry for Saturday and Sunday with just a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm on Monday, Memorial Day. Otherwise, those temperatures climbing up into the upper 60s to around 70 degrees through the Memorial Day weekend. Temperatures as a whole over the next 10 days, starting in the low 50s tomorrow. They've got no place to go but up, and that's exactly what they'll do. Over the next 10 days, by the 10th day, we're up to the middle 80s by Sunday of next weekend. Current temperatures, obviously you can tell where the clouds and the showers are because that's where temperatures have been hovering in the 40s, but you don't have to go that far to the south. See temperatures go from the 40s into the 70s over parts of central Illinois, back into Missouri and Kansas and farther to the south. Dew point temperatures are also pretty high there, so as that moisture flows northward into the colder air, it condenses, and that's what's giving us the widespread light rain that we've been seeing. But all the active weather is farther to the south, parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, southern Missouri, and eventually into Arkansas, where the severe weather threat is highest. Upper level winds still from the southwest, bringing moisture northward, but we're on the cool side of this weather system. There is a warm front to the north, but that front will probably stall out over the next couple of hours as this low pressure system moves off to the east. And as that happens, we'll see the cool weather continue into tomorrow as winds continue out of the northeast. Notice those temperatures right now, 40s for the most part. Compared to 24 hours ago, we're down 33 degrees here in Madison. So no, it's not your imagination. It is definitely chilly out there. Tomorrow, another windy and chilly day with a high of 51. Some showers off and on through the day. On future track, rain, maybe even an isolated thunderstorm tonight. Low temperatures dropping to around 40. Tomorrow, look for scattered showers, high temperatures in the lower 50s. And then we clear out tomorrow night. And again, that's when temperatures could drop into the upper 30s here in Madison, mid 30s to our north and west. Saturday, though, we're back to sunshine with highs in the middle 60s. The rainfall amounts, again, ½ inch to maybe an inch over parts of southeastern Wisconsin, a little bit less to the north and west where there already has been a fair amount of rain. Temperatures, though, on their way up as we head through the Memorial Day weekend and then into next week. We'll see slight chances for showers and thunderstorms. Most of the time, it won't be raining, so hopefully we'll get a decent amount of rain tonight and tomorrow. As we check out first warn traffic, of course, the roads are wet. That makes a difference in the travel. Right now, we're seeing most of our delays in the westbound direction on the belt line between about Fish Hatchery Road and Park Street. Some delays eastbound approaching the Badger interchange. Right now, slightly elevated travel times either direction on the belt line between University Avenue and I-3990. Heading south to Janesville on 3990 from the belt line, it'll take you 25 minutes. US 12 Middleton to Sauk City is a 16-minute commute, and downtown to Sun Prairie and East Washington Avenue and US 151, 17-minute commute right now. That's your news for now. First warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. The Brewers are planning a reopening day as they get ready to welcome a full house. What that event will include ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Get spring sports savings with cleats from Rogan's. Right now, you'll save with 20% off on baseball, track, soccer, and football shoes. Cut into these savings at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Aw, they're making sure I still love my glasses. Of course I do. They made them so fast, I blinked and they were ready. I can't wait to see the look on everyone's faces when they taste my homemade cake.
2 pairs starting under $40, only at iMart Express.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get up to 18% of MSRP cash back on select 2021 models. That's over $4,700 cash back on this Equinox. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Oh, baby, are you going my way? I see you kicking out for hours a day, so baby, don't know you're at all. I'm not crazy or a fiend. Not stalker and a fiend. How you know what I see? Let's go. Oh, okay. Got a feeling.
Monitor, check, and lock down your money with security from Chase. Control feels good. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Upgrade your kitchen and bathroom with 11% off everything at Menards. The KN Semi-Pro Kitchen Faucet from American Standard flaunts an award-winning spring coil design and essential for the modern kitchen. Update your bathroom with Menards' great selection of American Standard toilets for your home, designed with easy cleaning and durability in mind. American Standard makes life work better. All American Standard is 11% off right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. It used to be that when you were healthy, you didn't have to think about healthcare.
You didn't care which doctors invented which treatment.
But now, things are different.
Now when you or someone close to you is sick, that's all you care about.
A doctor with answers. A medical team you can trust.
That treats you like you're important.
UWHealth. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Spring and summer fun starts with sandals from Rogan's. Save 20% on a great selection for the entire family. Spring savings are in season at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
In just 100 days, the Badgers will take the field at Camp Randall. Kickoff times have now been set for some of their games. Wisconsin will host Penn State, first game of the season. It'll start at 11 a.m. The following week, the Badgers will host Eastern Michigan. Primetime kickoff scheduled at 6 p.m. Week 3 will be a bye week for the Badgers, and then Week 4 they'll take on Notre Dame at Soldier Field, Chicago. That'll be an early 11 a.m. kickoff. The border battle between the Badgers and Illini will be an afternoon kickoff, and the start time in the Battle of the Heartland Trophy, homecoming, Camp Randall, that will start at 11 a.m. Opening day this year for the Brewers was still anything but normal due to the pandemic, so the organization is asking for a do-over. The Brewers announcing they'll hold reopening day June 25th. That's when capacity at AmFam Field will be at 100% for the first time in over a year. The game against the Rockies will be moved up to a 3:10 start. Former Brewer legends Cecil Cooper, Paul Molitor will make appearances, and all fans of the game will receive a magnet calendar. First 10,000 fans will receive a 1980s style Brewers shirt. Tickets for reopening day will go on sale next Friday. Stay with us for a final check of your holiday weekend forecast. It'll get better than this, we promise. Stay with us.
At Wilde East Towne Honda, lease a new all-wheel drive CR-V with sunroof for $309. That's $309 and absolutely zero due at signing. At Wilde East Towne Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
When 140-mile-per-hour winds come out of nowhere and try to wipe you off the map. When you look up and see sky where your roof used to be. When the power is out and stays out for 7 or 8 or 10 days. When the phone lines are down and the cell phones have all gone dead. You find out who your friends are. Because the worst brings out our best.
Shop the Memorial Day sale at Grand Appliance for unbeatable deals. Like this Amana top-load washer for just $4.98. This ultra-quiet Bosch dishwasher for just $4.98. This Frigidaire 5-burner gas range, just $5.98. Or this LG 25 cubic foot French door refrigerator for just $14.98. Shop GrandAppliance.com or your local Grand Appliance showroom for these great deals and more. Grand Appliance. Appliance expert since 1930.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
This
is a Wisconsin brewmaster. He brews the local craft beer, the beer that washes down the Oktoberfest broth, the broth that pairs with the potato salad that befriends the burger that tastes like victory. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
No one sells more. Wilde Automotive sells more SUVs and all-wheel drives combined than any other dealer. Wilde is the #1 volume SUV and all-wheel drive retailer in Southeast Wisconsin. The more we sell, the more you save. WildeAuto.com.
Coming up here on the CBS Evening News, Memorial Day travel. 1 in 4 Americans on the highways and in the skies, with millions in the path of dangerous storms. And the stunning new video of a passenger attacking a flight attendant. Plus, Tiger Woods breaks his silence after that devastating car crash, why he's calling it the most painful thing he's ever experienced. And racing through the glass ceiling. Meet the women making history at the Indy 500. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And Gary's back. Final check of the forecast.
The rain is certainly welcome. The chilly temperatures probably not, but at least we've had a fair amount of rain this afternoon. Right now, a little bit of a break over southwestern Wisconsin, but that will fill in later on tonight. Very latest updates from the Future Track computer models showing about another ½ inch of rain here in Madison. That's for tonight into tomorrow. Areas north and west have already picked up about that much and maybe pick up another ½ inch or so. Temperatures are pretty chilly. We're at 41 right now in Madison, 39 in Wautoma. Temperatures right around 40 overnight with rain continuing into tomorrow. Tomorrow, windy and chilly, high 51. Rain probably ending late in the day. And then we see those temperatures going up a little bit each day. Cool weekend, but mainly dry for Memorial Day weekend. And by next weekend, we're in the lower 80s with a little more humidity. Feel more like summer.
Should be decent by Saturday, though. Not a total loss. Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us. We're back in 30 minutes. For News 3 Now at 6, Charlotte will join us then. Right now, stay tuned for the CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell.